What's up guys, and welcome to this video where I'm going to be talking about the Wii U. I'm going to be talking about how amazing this console is, because it doesn't deserve the hate that it gets, as I hear loads of people say it's really bad and they just think it's not a good console to have, and loads of people didn't buy it because of that. But it's actually got amazing games on it. I've watched loads of videos on why the Wii U was bad, and they always talk about Nintendo advertising it poorly, and so people thought the Wii U wasn't actually a console, and they thought it was just a new controller for the Wii. But because of that, it doesn't make the console bad, as they did have really bad adverts, and it's quite embarrassing how they advertised the Wii U. But I got a Wii U for Christmas when it first came out. Because my Wii had broken, so my dad decided to get the Wii U for me instead of replacing the Wii with just a normal one, because you can play all the Wii games on the Wii U, and even me and my dad knew that the console was not just an expansion of the Wii, and it was its own thing. And I was like 10. Even if it was confusing what the console was, it doesn't mean it was a bad console to have, and it's actually one of my favourite consoles to this day still. Firstly, a really good thing about it is it can just play any of the Wii games you have. All you have to do is put in a disc, and it has like a Wii emulator inside of the Wii U, and you can just put in a Wii disc and play any of the games you have, which is really useful, seeing as my Wii broke just before I got a Wii U, so I could just play any games I wanted still. I also hear people talk about the Wii U game library and say it had no good games, but then if you look at the Switch, so many of their good games are just ported from the Wii U, so they must have had quite a few fun ones on the Wii U. Some of these games include Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Mario Kart 8, New Super Mario Bros. U, and a bunch of others that have been ported to the Switch or upgraded for the Switch. The Wii U also started some really great game series that carried on to the Switch, such as Super Mario Maker, which got a sequel on the Switch, as well as Splatoon, that also got a Splatoon sequel for the Switch. Both of these games are a massive deal for Nintendo, and it made the Wii U such a good console. On top of this, Pikmin 3 has also just been ported to the Switch, and they've upgraded it to make it Pikmin 3 Deluxe and added a few things, but that game is an amazing game that started on the Wii U and shows how good the system was. Super Mario 3D World is also going to come to the Switch next year, and it will include an edition of Bowser's Fury, which we haven't seen much of yet, but Super Mario 3D World was an amazing Mario game and kind of has a lot of controversial opinions because many people thought it wasn't as good as the original Sandbox Marios, as it was more linear. But there were tons of unique levels and collectibles in each one, and each level was so unique and diverse, and altogether the game felt really exciting at all times. And it had an amazing final boss, where Bowser turned into a cat, and you had to climb a huge building to fight him off. The Wii U also has some games that have not even been ported to Switch, that are also an amazing reason to get the Wii U. These include The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, which is a really good title. Another game is Wonderful 101, which many people really enjoyed. Lego City Undercover was also a Wii U exclusive, if you don't count the 3DS one, which was not really the same. But the one on the Wii U was an amazing Lego game with a huge open world to explore and loads of levels to enjoy as well, where you'd play as an undercover cop called Chase McCain. And about a year ago it got remade for the Switch and PS4 and Xbox One, as well as PC. And that was such an amazing game that used the Wii U gamepad in really cool ways, such as using it as a tablet. You can also get games such as Wii Fit U, which is a sequel to the Wii Fit. You can only get The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD on the Wii U, which is a great upgrade from the original one on the GameCube and the Wii. I don't know how to pronounce it, but Xenoblade Chronicles X is on the Wii U, and I know that game is loved by so many people. It has a really good community. As well as a Star Fox Zero game. They also have a Game & Wario on the Wii U, which is part of a fun Wario game series where there's tons of mini-games you have to complete in a certain amount of time. There's also Yoshi's Woolly World, which is a really good game inspired by Kirby's Epic Yarn, I believe, and it's got a really nice art style as well as fun levels to play, and I would definitely recommend playing that game. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker is also an amazing game inspired by Super Mario 3D World, which is on the Nintendo Switch now after being firstly made on the Wii U. And now onto the main game that I think is just an amazing reason of why the Wii U is so good. And this game is Nintendo Land. I believe this was a launch game for the Wii U, and it was definitely an amazing one. I kind of think the game was underrated because it showed off the Wii U's powers and the stuff you could do with the gamepad being part of it in a really good way, and had tons of mini games. Firstly, it had a bunch of single-player minigames that you could play, such as the Ninja Stars one and the Donkey Kong Crash Course one. I'm not sure what that one's called, but it was a really good game where you tilt the gamepad to work along like an obstacle course, playing as a weird Donkey Kong like cart. But then one of the main best parts of this game is it also had 3 multiplayer games that you play against each other on, and it would be one person on the gamepad against the people who are on the Wii controllers. This included Mario Chase, which is a really fun version of like tag, and the Wii remote players would have to play as Toads, and they'd run away while Mario had to stand still for a bit, and he'd have to find you and chase you, and if he catches both of you, you lose and he wins. And there was also a Luigi's Mansion game where one person on the gamepad was playing as a ghost, trying to kill you guys as you went around trying to kill him as well with torches, which would burn the ghost. My favourite part of the game was the multiplayer co-op ones, where they had a Legend of Zelda one, a Metroid one, and they had a Pikmin one, which were all really good. And they had tons of levels on them and different modes as well, and really cool boss fights inside of the game. I would pay like £20 for each of those games. They were so good. Nintendo Land was just such an amazing game, and it's only on the Wii U, so that's a big reason why I would want a Wii U, as you can have so many hours of fun on Nintendo Land. Here's a feature that makes the Wii U in some ways better than the Switch, and it's the fact that you can play on the gamepad and the TV and use them at the same time to do different mechanics, such as like, say you could draw something on the gamepad and it would appear on the TV, or you could like chuck stuff from the gamepad to the TV, or have it as the map of the game so you don't have to open a menu for that, or the inventory of a game, which is really useful because on the Switch you can't actually play on the mini screen and put it on the TV. You have to just set it down, and what you have on the small screen just goes onto the TV, which isn't always the best. So yeah, the Wii U did have some cool features that the Switch didn't have, and just being able to emulate a Wii as well is a very good feature, which I wish the Switch had more Wii games on it. But yeah, these are some of the reasons why I really love the Wii U. It didn't deserve the hate it got at the time, as it has some amazing games. Anyway, thank you guys for watching my video on why the Wii U wasn't bad. And I do recommend you get one of these. Maybe not so much anymore if you have like a Wii and a Switch, because a lot of the Wii U games are on the Switch. But if there's any ones you want that are only on the Wii U, I recommend the Wii U because it is a really good console. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you subscribe, and you can also comment any video ideas you want me to make next. That would be cool. Anyway, thank you for watching, and also like the video if you enjoyed it. Thank you. Goodbye.